What is up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's your boy, Mucho, and I am back with another daily reading from the Holy Scripture. I just want to say one thing real quick. If you have a problem with me reading the Bible, you don't have to watch my videos. You don't have to support what I do. You don't even have to say anything, honestly. I don't know how me reading the Bible pertains into your life and how it affects you in some way. It's weird. And if you got a problem with it, all I gotta say is fuck off, dude. I'm just reading the Bible. I'm trying to educate myself. And it seems like it's bothering people that I am reading the Bible. It's like, oh, well, Ian's reading the Bible now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that? Like, it's fucking weird. And it's honestly, it's pissing me off. But, I gotta turn the other way, Can't just leave it alone. But at the same time, it's just like, I just want to say, like, dude, like, fuck off. I'm just reading the Bible. Like, can a man just read the Bible without basically being harassed? Like, jeez. It's crazy how people, how far people have come. Like, it's a problem that I'm reading the Bible now. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. So, I just want to begin. Let's get started. You already know what it is. It's day 16, and we are covering Genesis 35 to 37. Genesis 35 to 37. Alright? So let's begin. Jacob's journey continues. Jacob's sons may have saved some sense of honor for the family, but Jacob knows that the slaughter of Shechem's men has made them enemies in the region. At God's direction, Jacob moves southward to Bethel, where Jacob had made a covenant with God on his way to exile in Haran. Perhaps this is more than a simple call to change circumstances. Perhaps God wants also to draw Jacob's son away from the worshiping the false gods of the area. And just as God had done with Jacob's grandfather Abraham, God gives Jacob a new name, Israel. It is a name by which an entire nation will be known, and it bears great significance even to the present time. As Jacob is moving still further south, Rachel bears her second son, but dies in giving him life. Sometime later, Jacob also buries his father Isaac in Hebron. Jacob's directed to Bethel. Then God said to Jacob, "Go up to Bethel and settle there, and build an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau. Foreign gods taken." So Jacob said to his household, to all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods you have with you, and purify yourselves, and change your clothes. Then come, let us go up to Bethel, where I have built an altar to God, who answered to me in the day of my distress, and who has been with me wherever I have gone." So they give Jacob all the foreign gods they had in the rings in their ears. And Jacob buried them under the oak at Shechem. Safe arrival in Bethel. Then they set out, and the terror of God fell on the towns of Aram. The terror of God fell on the towns all around them, so that no one person pursued them. Jacob and all the people with him came to Luz, that is Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There he built an altar. He called the place El Bethel, because it was there that God revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. Now Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died and was buried under the oak outside Bethel. So it was named Alan Bakuth. Jacob renamed Israel. After Jacob returned from Paddan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. You will be Israel." So he named him Israel. Drink offering. And God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and increase in number. A nation and a community of nations will come for you, and kings will be among your descendants. The land I gave to Abraham and Isaac I give to you, and I will give this land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him at the place where he had talked to him. Jacob set up a stone pillar at the place where God had talked with him. And he poured out a drink offering on it. He also poured oil on it. Jacob called the place where God had talked to him Bethel. Benjamin born to Rachel. Then they moved from Bethel. While they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel began to give birth and had a great difficulty. And as she was having great difficulty in childbirth, the midwife said to her, "Don't despair, for you have another son." As she breathed her last, for she was dying, she named her son Ben Ani, but his father named him